Does the quality of manpower at the local government level, is it an issue at all?
I don't think it's an issue. It shouldn't have been an issue because I was a local government staff myself. I served at the local government level for several years. Before I was transferred to the state civil service, I became a permanent secretary and I retired as head of service. So if the manpower requirement, because there's a local government service, a body responsible for...
In terms of those who head the local government.
That's exactly what I'm saying. All you need to do is recruit graduates, give them staff development, send them to training, and let them train in relevant area, and they will perform.
Some people have said that if we understand where the rain began, that's a quote from Chinua Achebe, if we understand where the rain began to beat us, then we'll know where to begin to dry ourselves. Okay. The question is, how did we get to this place? Because you have talked about how we went from devolution to decentralization. Yeah. What were the local governments looking at while they were being disempowered, as it were? Okay,
well that's something I cannot directly answer, but in my own view, it's just a political something, because party politics start from the grassroots. Now you now have a situation where the leaders, quote unquote, are the ones selecting people who should run the local government. And in an attempt, the fear of keeping their jobs, once they are selected like that, they give them to the people to vote for. Wow. And they now sit down in that office not wanting to disobey the instruction from the above. So if you look at the constitution, we are not even talking about autonomy now. We are saying allow that devolution to take place. Allow the local government to perform their functions as stated. But unlike a situation where the military were there, they allow local government to perform their role. The politicians are not allowing the local government to do, and the politicians at the grassroots are not complaining. So
for you, it goes back to the electoral process itself.
Exactly.
So how do you think we can correct that malaise?
Well, the only way we can correct it is, number one, for federal government to do something about it, and that means simply to allow the fourth schedule of the Nigerian Constitution to be obeyed by the state government. They should not. There is no reason why you should take responsibility away from the local government and not allow them to perform their function. Once they are able to perform that function adequately, the grassroots people will benefit from that development.
But it's a bit of a problem, because here we are. You say that the fourth schedule should be allowed to go into operation, but yes, if the electoral process is not corrected, as it were, how do you think it's going to function? Because here we are. We have local government chairmen who cannot still function, despite everything empowering them to function, because they're still looking to one authority to tell them how to go about performing their own functions. How is the fourth schedule going to help them?
Well, you see, as far as I'm concerned, I think the political parties themselves are the one creating this problem. Once you have the chairman and councillors nominated by the parties, it should be on the basis of the people selecting these people to come and rule at the local government level, not the leaders. But if you allow a situation where these things are dictated to them, I'm sorry, there is nothing anybody can do. Because that is where the problem really lies. The people don't have a say. Even when they say they have their party convention, something is going on in the United States now where they are conducting convention, Republican convention. The people are going to give the mandate who becomes the president at that party level. That does not happen in Nigeria. It least just come from the leaders, and that is it. And you have a lot of people who should not even be there in the first instance being selected to represent the people. And once those people are there, they are going to be looking up to the leadership on whatever they say. And that whereas some of us are complaining, the councillors and chairmen are not complaining.
Looks like that is the most amazing thing. Looks like we're almost home now with this particular matter now, because if truly someone handpicked me and I'm a councillor or a chairman, whether you give me anything or not, I wouldn't say anything about it, because presently we've talked about this on the same platform, that we don't even know our chairman or councillors. I, for one, I don't know my chairman, if I even have one at all. But again, how can we start to change things so that at the end of the day, we'll start knowing those who are supposed to be our councillors, because it's all about grassroots development, so that grassroots complaints can be addressed to some faces and names.
I would suggest that the CDC, which is Community Development Associations, some NGOs and people at the grassroots can demand for accountability on the respect. And the local government chairman should come out on an annual basis or quarterly or biannual basis to give account of their stewardship. This has not been done. Granted, they conduct election, they are elected, and who does the chairman, beside the leadership of the party, who does not chairman and the council reports to in the community? So the people should mobilize under one form of guise or the other to make sure that the chairmen of local government are accountable to them. They prepare budget, they say these are what we are going to do. On a biannual basis, they should be able to come out and face the nation, face their local government. This is exactly what they have been able to do. And from that, they should be able to correct the inadequacy in the selection at the party level.
What do you think about the way the local government is currently funded?
Well, like I said, the thing graduated from 3% to 20%. The best of my knowledge, the excuse the state government is giving is that the sister salary is so much. There's a National Commission on Primary Education.
No, I meant, should it come from the state government or should it be first line charge?
Well, there are three sources of revenue for the local government. There's the federal allocation. There's the 10% internally generated revenue of the previous year. In other words, the state should be giving the local government 10% of 2011 internally generated revenue, which they don't even give them. You know, and of course, the internally generated revenue. The internally generated revenue is a function of performance of local government. If in my community, the local government is not performing, I will not pay any rates. I won't even pay tenement rates. And these are where the problem is. There are so many, in fact, this local government are sitting on a gold mine. I didn't mean they have been performing, they maintain roads, they do their services. People will be willing.